hope this video finds you well. First of all, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I just wanted to touch base with you really and have a catch up and see how you feel about a few things. In case you're not already aware, in terms of the lifting of lockdown, how it affects the business and our classes together is from the government guidelines, outside classes are allowed to recommence from April and inside classes are allowed to recommence from the 17th of May. All of these, of course, will be COVID secure. So I was reaching out to you today because I wanted to see how many of you and if any of you were interested in outside classes. As I said, they will be COVID secure, and we have got secure venues. So we've got Private Garden in Sutton at Hone and the Green in Farningham. We used them last year, as I'm sure many of you will remember. And just to see how you're feeling and what you want to do really. My main goal here is to provide you with what you want. So I just wanted to reach out and just see what that was and see if you did want some outside classes. If I could ask you please, I'll be ever so grateful if you could sort of take a moment and just think about how you really do feel about the idea of doing some outside classes. We did have them last year. I mean, we've done outside classes for years, but we did have some COVID secure outside sessions when we were allowed to last year, and which were great fun. I want to be sensitive to the fact that, you know, everybody's going to be feeling different about the lifting of this lockdown, and I appreciate that even I don't know if you're anything like me, 1 minute from the next my feelings and moods can change depending on how I'm feeling and how much news I've watched and things like that. But if I could ask you please just to have a little bit of a think about if that's something you would really like to attend and you could see yourself attending, and if you could just let me know. Last year we had a lot of people saying they wanted the outside classes, and then when it came to it, they weren't quite so keen. It was just the convenience of Zoom, and maybe it wasn't quite the right temperature for them and things like that. And people, or maybe, you know, people didn't feel comfortable coming out for various reasons with COVID and things. And I fully appreciate all of that. So I'd just be really grateful if you could just give a little bit of thought about what you would like, and not necessarily say yes because you think it's what I want to hear. I'm quite happy. We're having a great time on Zoom, and that will of course all continue. I'm really happy to add in some outside classes, but only if people, you know, really want that. So if you could give it a little bit of thought and let me know, that would be great. There's various things we can do. We've got some opportunity to have a morning class in the week, a morning class at the weekend, an evening class, so there's some options there. I just really need to know who would like them, and then I can work out, you know, an appropriate timetable for April for those people who are most keen for the outside sessions. I know that not everybody wants to exercise outside, excuse me, and I fully understand that. I'll chat to you again, of course, when we get a bit closer to May and all things, you know, going well with the easing of lockdown. We'll go back into and recommence some face-to-face inside classes from week commencing 17th of May. So I'll touch base with you separately about that when we're a little bit closer. But just really reaching out today just to see what your thoughts are about the outside sessions. I mean, if we run them, my thinking was that if it's raining, of course, they wouldn't be able to run because it wouldn't be safe from a risk assessment point of view, because people could slip over and it wouldn't be very pleasant, would it, in the rain? But if it was colder, we would do more of a standing class, more of a cardiovascular session, and if it was warm enough and pleasant enough for us to put our mats down, then we would have you know, more of a mat-based class together. So yeah, just would be really grateful if you could have a little bit of a think and then just let me know. If you're not so keen on outside, then you don't even need to respond. Thank you for watching the video, but you don't even need to come back to me. I just want to hear from the people who really want the outside sessions, just so I can then work out an appropriate time and all of that. Of course, I'm sure you appreciate it takes a lot of time to secure the venues, do the risk assessments and get everything all sorted on the COVID front. So I just need to make sure I'm doing that for the times and things for the people who actually want it. So if you could let me know, that would be super. You can either comment underneath this video if you want to, or if you're more comfortable sending me an email, then please feel free to do that. Frances@onpointepilates.co.uk if you want to note share your feedback with me privately if you prefer to do that, and then of course feel free to do that. And I'll be really grateful if you could just come back to me please by the end of the week. That would be super, and then I can just decide what we're going to do from March. So there we go, team. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and thanks for all your fabulous support, of course, and all your hard-working classes and all your fun, and I'll look forward to catching up with you really soon. Thanks very much.